It's a journey. I respect it.
All right, let me get into it. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Here to Speak podcast. I feel like we've been gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, because somebody had the luxury of,
What?
Florida living. But, it's cool, though.
Yeah, I went to Florida, but that's not the reason we didn't record. Somebody got something. Well, somebody had some issues. I'll say that.
Damn.
That sounds
Damn.
bad. Yeah, that sounds kind of
Somebody got something.
Yeah, not so. Well, everybody's good. But yeah, man, what's been going on, bro?
Now you tell us. How
I went to Florida. I got tan, as you can see.
looks exactly the same, but okay.
That's crazy though, because I don't feel like I really got tan. Do I look darker at all?
Not at all.
I got on black too, so that's probably why. But nah, man, we went to Florida with the fam. It was pretty dope. We went to Orlando, visited Daytona, went to Cocoa Beach. 3 parts I've never been to before. Everything was dope. It wasn't super crowded like South Florida usually is, even though I still love South Florida. But yeah, it was pretty dope. Ate at some good spots. That's like my favorite part, other than going to the beach, just the eating.
Okay.
The variety of food you can get down there is ridiculous when
What
you
you
compare
had?
it back here.
You have Kalahari, is that what it's called?
Calamari, I did have some calamari. It was
Okay,
fire.
Okay. That's squid, right?
That's squid, yeah, fried squid. It's delicious. We went to this place in Daytona. That was probably my favorite restaurant. We're getting ready to leave Daytona to get like into like the heart of the city. You have to go across this big bridge. It's really dope. It's over water. It's like high arcing. It's like almost like a piece of art though. It's tight. But on the like right underneath the bridge, there's just like this. This is like a cluster of like 3 restaurants like back to back to back.
Shit.
It's weird.
Okay.
But they're all
Sketchy,
right.
but
They're all right under the water though. All right on the water. Right on.
I'm about to say, like,
Not
what?
under
What the fuck? Okay.
no, not under the
Thanks for clearing that.
But yeah, you're like watching them catch like all the fish and whatever other shit they're cooking like right out the water.
Oh,
it's really
word.
dope.
Okay.
It's literally like
So they skin it and everything in front of them and just throw it on the grill.
you can see it. Yeah,
That's wild.
it's dope.
Okay.
And so my sister, she always finds like the dope places to go to, like when we're out of town. So she finds it. We pull up there. I'm kind of like at first.
Yeah.
But then I get the order and like I'm seeing like the crazy shit they have. Like they had gator. I tried some fried gator. Delicious.
Tastes like chicken.
No,
Tastes like gator.
it just I can't describe it, but it's buzzing. Like I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I tried some shark. Shark was okay. I got like a big ass seafood platter. It was delicious
That sound fire.
with the gator on the side. The platter had like fish, shrimp. They had fries. They had hush puppies. I don't even like hush puppies. These are the most delicious hush puppies
John
I've
Silver
ever had.
joints.
Better than that.
Oh shit. No,
This
you
is
saying
bus-
something?
this is what are hush puppies anyways?
I don't think like bread.
Is it like fried corn? Somebody said fried cornbread, but I don't think
That's
it's
what I'm
that.
thinking. It's like some type of breading. I'm not sure exactly
It
what it
tasted
is.
like cake, bro. It was delicious.
Oh shit.
Buzzing. We had some crab on there too. Then I ordered calamari on the side. I ordered some fried pig. I ordered hella food, just with the intention to eat. I mean, we shared food, me and the girl. But then we also just like everybody like get what you want.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Bro, it was fire, man. It was delicious. But the thing is, literally everything on the menu, except for maybe like 3 or 4 items or whatever you can get, everything is fried.
I mean,
Everything is fried.
how else would they eat? I know I understand it's Florida, but how else would they serve
Grill it, bake it. You can do a bunch of stuff.
Florida, baby?
Everything is fried.
it's Florida.
So I'm eating this. Everything's delicious. No, everything fried is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just like, damn, this is you can only do this once in a while, bro.
yeah.
But so we get there. I think it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. What is it like? Yeah, it's like 4 or 5, whatever. So we're like, man. My brother goes like, man, we better hope we beat that lunch rush. I'm like, man, ain't gonna be no damn lunch rush. We get there, it's like damn near dead. I'm like, okay, cool. We get in line. We order our food. As we order our food, the line, like people just start to file in there. It's
Damn.
crazy. Like just
Like right on
one
cue.
family after another
Yeah,
on
right.
cue. It's insane. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So by the time we get out of the line's now back to like where you order to like the end of the restaurant, which is like it's not even a real like building. It's like a patio almost,
Okay.
but it's like they got a lot of space because obviously you want to be outside. It's Florida,
Right.
so the place where you order is like here, and then the end of the restaurant's probably like I'd say like 25 yards back. That's how long the line is, just of people.
And they committed.
And they're just in line because it's not like you just people come around, take your order. You have to go up, get in line, tell them what you want.
It's
real
not
quick, jot it down.
streamlined.
You got to stand.
Committed to it. You committed to it.
Everybody's just in line, like no.
Damn.
But that's just how good the food is.
That's what I was just about to say. So that speaks volumes.
No
How good the
black
food
people
must
except
be.
for us. But
They in there.
there were 2 colored families, mine, and then there was a Hispanic family sitting next to us.
Okay.
Other than that, it was nothing but white people. But food was delicious, bro.
That's good. That's what's up.
Fire, man.
What else y'all do down there? Y'all parasail, do all that?
We didn't parasail. I really wanted to. That was like
That's the joint when y'all on the boat.
and you get the parachute, the boat's dragging the parachute.
Yeah, okay,
You're just kind of like
yeah.
getting to see everything. We didn't get to do that. Everything was booked up. I wanted to ride jet skis. Those were booked. It was insane. We went to like a few little like not amusement parks, but like different parks that had like rides in them, but they weren't like official. We didn't go to like Disney and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's so overrated, by the way. Like I don't like. It's so overpriced.
I never been, so I can't talk.
I mean, I've never been, but just looking at it, but it just looks so overrated. Like just even this theme parks in general.
I feel like that would be like a true like family thing. Like I wouldn't want like at this point in my life, like especially with Cam being like the age he is now, like let's go up and go to like an amusement park. Cause like I feel like there's only so much excitement you can get out of that.
I mean, once he gets like older, like I think Disney would be like a dope thing just to say like, oh,
we went there exactly.
Disney,
But,
that would be dope. But other than that, I'm like, this shit's so overrated. In any amusement park, really, like especially you're just waiting in line for so long.
You would have to definitely invest in like a fast pass or something.
But even that, like
you still got to do some
other
waiting.
people
Yeah,
so
that's
like,
true. That's true.
But yeah, we did that. I rode a few roller coasters. I shouldn't have got on.
You sound sick.
I wasn't feeling sick because I'm not afraid to really do anything. But
They got the best of you.
a little bit. There was one my sister got on it. She was gonna get on it with my older brother, and he like kind of bitched out. And then she was like, "Come on, Carl, you want to do it?" I really didn't want to, but I was like, "Man, whatever, let's go.
Yeah.
We're on vacation." Bro, it doesn't sound like a super intimidating roller coaster, but it's like, just imagine there's like a pole, right?
Okay.
And at the center of the pole, it's like it rotates from the center, so the pole just kind of goes. Imagine like a Ferris wheel, okay?
Okay.
And there's only two seats on it.
Okay.
2 seats on it. But one seat's over here, the other seat's over here, like at 180 degrees.
Okay.
So just like a line.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm trying to describe. It's just going around. It doesn't look intimidating.
But
from the
actually,
ground, it's like, oh, it's like a Ferris wheel almost. That's what I said.
Yeah.
From far away. So we get on it, and this shit is swinging fast. not even super fast, but it's just the fact that the distance is covered. It's going at a steady pace.
It's a lot, yeah.
And you're exposed. You're not like in the Ferris wheel. You're like inside, like a little like car or something. Yeah. On this, you're like your body's out. So
Nah.
And then, so it feels like you're on like almost like a catapult because it's going.
Yeah.
And then every time you get to the top, you have the sensation it's about to launch your ass across. So I'm like, gosh.
I'm cool off that.
So every single time you go down, there's like that dropping feeling.
Yeah.
And it's for some reason, just having your eyes open and seeing it, like, okay, you're going up. Like, it looks like you're about to get launched. Okay, you don't get launched. It looks like you're about to get thrown to the ground.
Right.
So
it's like, I mean, even though you're expecting it after the first couple of times, it never eases up.
Bro,
right?
it's insane. So I had my eyes closed. My sister was like, oh my gosh, like, open your eyes. Like, it's so pretty. Because when it gets to the top, you can see the entire city.
Yeah.
I opened my eyes for a split second. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And then I felt myself going back down. I was like, gotta close my eyes.
It sounds like it's about to black out.
I think if I hadn't closed my eyes, I really would have either blacked out or threw up.
I'm cool off those type of rides, bro.
It was fun, but it was just I'm like, I didn't expect this to feel like this, and then it starts going backwards.
Oh hell no!
Like,
Even when you go
to the top and it slows down and it just goes back. Bro, it was fucking insane.
I'm cool. That sounds dope, but I'm cool.
They had this slingshot ride. My brother's friends, they got on this. It's just like a slingshot, literally. So they pull,
And then
you're in the seat, and you just get shot straight up. You come down, and then you go back up again. But when they shoot you up, it looks like you're about to go to space. Like you're going straight to the moon.
It's a one-way trip.
I was like, man, I don't know. But looking at it initially, I'm like, the slingshot looked like it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I'm about to just ride this. This ride ain't shit. The ride I get on turns out being way worse than the slingshot.
Did you win, damn near?
Bro, so that was gnarly. We did this little, You seen the swing things where it's like it's just a bunch of swings and it's kind of like it's like a carousel. Yeah, that's light though.
Yeah,
but it got like way higher than what we expected it to. We did that in Orlando, and you were high.
but it's like the things that you don't expect to get you that will get you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because like, even the thing at Three Rivers, like the big ass boat that just
swings back and forth.
That still gets me. Like I don't know. I don't know why.
You don't go anywhere.
No, initially like when you like the initial ride when you first get on it. Okay, when you seeing it, like you say, oh, I don't see too much. But when you don't realize it's actually in how high you go. Like, so you're not really going nowhere. So to your point of
that's not even high. I know
that's not even high, but it's at that feel. But for whatever reason, like I don't like the feeling. Like I don't know, every like ride has that feeling. Like especially when you're going down, you looking like you're going down, like you about to hit the ground. So like at its highest point, you get that feeling. So I'm like, man, like parallel looking at the ground.
Dog, when we're doing the swing ride, like I said, it wasn't crazy. Like you've been to Cedar Point before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have it there. I remember doing something like that when I was a kid. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be light. But they just the height that it got to was insane because the ride starts off like obviously very low, like low enough you can get on the ride, obviously. But it gets to a point where I swear you were, I don't even know, bro. I think it was like 100 feet off the ground, maybe higher. I don't know, but it was just spinning, and so it's cool. Like, oh, it's just like you're on the swing.
Right.
The only time I got scared is I looked back because my brother and sister were in the seat behind us. It was me and V, then my brother and sister behind us. So I looked back. They seemed like they were so far away. Like, it was insane. Like, but when we were on the ground, they were like maybe 4 feet behind us.
Yeah, but actually,
I looked back. Like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, man, I got to look forward. But it was all fun, man. I wanted to get on the boat so bad. We didn't get a chance to, but it's dope. Florida's just vibes, man. Like, for real. Even just, like I said, we stayed in Orlando, but we drove one day to Daytona. Another day we drove to Cocoa Beach. They're like an hour. Like, everything was an hour from each other. So it wasn't terrible. But you just being on the highway, like, I'm like, man, it's bright as fuck outside. Like, everything's, like, just nice, beautiful. Like, just literally driving on the highway. I'm just like, damn, this is
nice and serene.
Bro, it's crazy. Just the landscape. But coming back to Indiana is...
It's depressing. Depressing.
It literally, bro.
It's like any trip coming back, like, home is depressing, but let alone, like, going from a place like Florida back to Indiana.
Bro, it's like...
I was up a notch.
The day we left was probably the nicest day of the trip, too. It was crazy. Yeah. To come back and it's, like, raining here. And it's literally ugly.
Depressing. It's depressing.
There's only 3 places to eat. I'm like, man. I remember V's like, oh, what do you want to get to eat? I'm like,
nothing even sound good. I'm at that point, I'm like, I'd rather not just eat.
Damn near, man. But yeah, dope trip, bro. I'm trying to go back ASAP.
Hey, man,
ASAP. I'm trying to make that happen.
Hey, I'm just saying, it may happen. You know, it may happen.
What else happened that I meant to tell you about?
Is it why you was in Florida?
Yeah, something else happened. I don't know. Oh, that roller coaster I was telling you about. So the one that was fucking OC. This isn't important, but I just found it funny. So before we get on the ride, like, I remember I told you, just like, oh, that looks like a Ferris wheel. It's not going fast, whatever. So so we get up close, and I see, like, okay, it's been a little faster than what I thought it was, whatever. This white lady and her son, this, like, big white woman, bro. She comes up. She's like, oh, we want to get on the ride. I'm like, okay, like, here's your tickets. So her and her son climb in. Her son is probably, I want to say he's, like, no older than, like, 8. He's about this tall. So I'm like, bro, we're like, he should not be able to get on that ride. Because he was like, if he was above the height limit, it was barely. Yeah. Like, very close. Bro, they send that dude into the air. I'm like, he's about to fall. He's about to slide. He looked like he was about to slide. Yeah. Dude, he looked like he was just losing his mind. When we're just all watching, I'm like, he's about to fall out. Like, for sure. I definitely saw he was. The mom's like, ooh, like
having the time of their life.
Bro, that kid looked like he was dying, dude.
He was about to see his last days.
God. I felt so bad for him, man. That shit was so funny.
How was he when he got off?
He was cool. He wasn't really talking, but he was all right.
Man's been traumatized.
Man, that shit's so funny.
That's how it was when I got my first, like, roller coaster. My first one. Mm-hmm. This was some years ago when we first went to Atlanta. Six Flags down there, and the ride was called the Goliath.
The Goliath, big.
it was like their signature roller coaster at the time. I don't even know if it's still there, but I may be gassing it, but from that time, it looked like it took up the whole, like, it went around the whole park type shit. This motherfucker was long. It was a long ass ride. For that, like, to be like, because initially, like, I was scared of, like, you know, getting on roller coasters and stuff like that. And my uncle at the time was like, man, just come on, I got you, bro. Let's roll. So, like, you got my aunt. So we on vacation, like you said. Let's roll. So went on it. It wasn't that bad, but it just felt like for your first one, you shouldn't get on anything like that. Mm-hmm. Then we went on the wooden one after that. Yeah. And since that day, I vowed I would never get on another wooden roller coaster.
It's not really wood. They just make it look like
I'm cool, bro. It was so jerky. It felt like you hear it creaking and all that. If they do it on purpose, they do a damn good job. Because I'm not getting on another one. I swear to God. But no, it was cool. So I think, like I said, whenever that time comes, like, get Cam on there and see what's up, man.
I'm not huge on the roller coasters, which is so funny because, like, I've been telling people for years, like, I plan on going skydiving, like, probably this year. I've been wanting to go skydiving.
I'm cool.
I'm definitely gonna do it. But like literally the thought of jumping out of a plane with a parachute sounds less intimidating to me than being on a roller coaster.
How?
I don't know, but it's just in my mind. I don't know. But
that's so backwards.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't know. But roller coasters are weird because it's just like, at least jumping out of a plane, you know, I'm just about to go down. Roller coaster is like you're everywhere. You really don't know what's gonna happen.
Okay.
Worst
That's valid in a sense because you don't really know what's going to happen.
For better or for worse, when you jump out of a plane, like either way, you're going down, fast or slow. So it's one way or another, you're going down. Man, I can't wait to do that though. Another thing we did that was really dope. We went zip lining.
That's what I really wanted to do.
That shit was fun, but I'd never done it until this time in Florida. But we go and it turns out to be there was 2 zip lining places we were deciding between. We went in Cocoa Beach. There was one, we looked at the reviews, and it was just like, oh, it's all right, like, you know, like, very beginner level. And there's another one, and it's like, oh, this was a challenge. And so, we're like, all right, we're going to that one. We went to this place called Aerial Adventures in Cocoa Beach. That shit was so fun, but it was also so hard, because it's like an obstacle course. So there's 3 levels. There's one level that's like, the more you go up, it's like, more how you level up. So the first level is like 10 feet off the ground or whatever. Yeah. Second level is like 20 feet. And then there's like the third level, which is the red level, like hard. Yeah. You're like 30 feet off the ground. So it's got all types of shit. Like you, so you hook onto like this industrial strength wire, like, and you have a pulley on it. So you can never really fall. Right. Unless you're not attached to it. I was just about to say, this is like, so you can never really fall, but the sensation of like, oh, I'm going to fall is always there. Right. Just because like you're high up.
You're suspended.
Like, realistically, like you're harnessing, you can't fall. So it's just like a big ass obstacle course. Like the higher you go, the harder it gets. So there's different stuff you're doing. You got to climb like nets. That sounds dope. It's dope as fuck. You got to like climb through like little obstacles and stuff like that. The highest level, it was hard as fuck. Like I really thought I was going to fall, but I knew like there's nothing that could happen to me. But still, like, I'm not trying to have it. I don't want to have the feeling. So I tried, like, my hardest the entire time. Like, I'm not going to have a moment where I, like, actually fall off. And I didn't until I got to the top. So the hardest part of the entire obstacle course, there's, like, it's at the very front of it. Like, you see it when you're pulling up. Like, that looks insane. Yeah. It's, like, monkey bars almost. They're, like, rings. Okay. So you have to just, like, monkey bar across. Yeah. But it's, like, it's probably, like, a 15, maybe 20-foot gap. Between platforms.
Oh, shit.
And so there's nothing except these rings. And so you have to just upper body that shit out. Yeah. So I'm like, man. So it's like me, my 2 brothers, and TT's like 2 of his friends he goes to school with. So they're like the 2 friends are ahead of me. Like it's those 2 and me, we're all ahead of everybody else. Uh-huh. We're like moving through that shit. For some reason, my younger brother, who's like a world-class athlete.
Supreme athlete.
Been training for years. This motherfucker's afraid of heights. Like,
if it's Achilles heel, that would be it.
Bro, like he literally gets to a point because he gets to the red level, like us. Right. He gets stuck. They have to like come get him. He's like, I can't go anywhere. I'm like, what the fuck?
He did all this. And
I'm like, you just can't get through this. I'm like, I'm out of shape and I'm doing this shit. Because I'm like, I'm not one of these little motherfuckers like, I still got it. Don't get me wrong.
They looking up to you. They looking up to you. Yeah.
I'm just, all right. So I get to the ring part. Like, I'm like, all right, man. The whole time I'm going up, I'm like looking at that part. I'm like, man, it's just gonna be tough. All right, I get to it.
You already psyching yourself out before you get to it.
I'm right, man, fuck, here we go. I like grab the first one. I'm like, because it's not like you can grab like 2 at a time. It's not that. Like there are parts of the maze that, I mean, not the, whatever it's called, that are like that. You can grab like 2 sides of a rope or whatever and like really steady yourself. This is like, no, you gotta reach out one hand and just go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, fuck it. So I just get my tongue going. I'm like, I get like halfway through and I miss. I lose my rhythm at one point. And once you lose your rhythm, that kind of fuck you up because you got to build that momentum back up. And I'm like, oh shit. So I like have to double swing it. I'm like, fuck. And I miss it on the second swing too. I'm
damn,
like,
so you wasted energy
here. I'm like, fuck. Literally, my arms go, you got 10 seconds. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, and it's like, bust it out. And on the last one, I like had to just like dive for the thing.
That's what's up.
And make it, bro.
You thugged it out though.
So yeah, I finished, and then that was like the end of it. My sister and V, they never went up to the red level. We're not trying that. Yeah. I'm glad they didn't because there's no way. My sister, she's been ziplining before, and she's like freaking the fuck out over there. It's like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm like, y'all on the first level. You're 10 feet off the ground. If you fall, you're gonna be good.
You're good.
Get up and walk.
You'll survive it.
Yeah, like legit.
You might get a little scrape or two, but you're good.
But so that shit was just funny, man. When we get there, my mom was like, hell no.
Right, it's funny because I can actually like vividly hear her say that.
Every single time we did like anything fun but slightly like dangerous, she's like, hell no, I'm not doing it. She didn't get on the roller coasters. The swing thing, I thought she was gonna get on because it was light. Like, all right, we're just gonna take you up in the air. She looked at how high it was. She said, hell no.
That's like actually like dead ass. That's really funny because I can really hear her saying that.
But that shit was fun. It for real was like you felt accomplished when you finished it. Cause it was challenging for real.
I believe.
And to never like, there was no point where I actually fell and like, oh shit, I climbed, like I was just
did it all in one.
Thugged it up, man.
That's what's up, man.
Honestly, I would go back. I was telling them this, and they called me crazy. I would do it without like the pulley.
Okay, you wild.
Without like the safety cord, I'd do it.
Got too much dip on your chip, big man.
That shit was fun, man.
Wrong, big fella.
Yeah, great trip, man.
That's
great
what's
trip.
up, man. Glad y'all made it back safe. And,
yeah,
glad y'all had a good time.
You flown before?
Nope.
Are you afraid to fly?
I think at one point I was.
Yeah.
But I think now, the more I think about it, obviously whenever that time does come, I think I'll be like kind of sketched out. Mm-hmm. But to say like absolutely no, nah, I think I'll be cool.
Yeah, I've never been afraid to fly. The first time I did, I was like there's jitters, like you don't. This is very new.
Yeah,
but this time flying, this is probably like my 3rd or 4th time flying to Florida. I didn't even pay attention to like takeoff or anything. Like those are the words, takeoff and landing.
That's what they
because to take off, you're building up speed and you're about to go off the ground. And when you feel it like lift off, it's like, oh shit, we're not on the ground.
Yeah, and
then landing, it's like we're going fast as fuck towards the ground.
Slow down,
when we landed coming back, we flew Spirit Airlines, by the way.
So he was whipping that thing.
He was fucking. But no, when he goes to land, I feel like we're going fast as fuck, and there's no like ease into the landing. It's like, I'm like, what? And we're still going fast when we land. I'm like, we ain't slowing down. I don't know what's going on.
Spirit Palace saying, we'll get you there,
bro.
We'll make sure you're safe, but
yeah, flying's cool, man. It's just I don't get when people. I get why like, people would be scared because I mean you are just in the air, you're flying literally. But at the same time, if you drive a car
it's
every
more
single
dangerous.
day,
it's a lot more.
There's a lot more traffic.
A lot more traffic.
Anything can happen.
This thing is the aspect of putting your life in somebody else's hands for one, let alone thousands of feet in the air.
Yeah, but also just think about putting your life in the hands of thousands of other people around you.
On the and that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah. So
initially, that was my thought. I'm like, man, like I'm on the ground. I got to at least be more observant of people around me.
Right.
That was my thought going into it. But then, like you said, less air traffic. Obviously,
you
don't got to worry about
tree over here. There's a pole right there.
You don't have to worry about
little kid right there.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Thousands of feet up in the air.
Yeah.
But it's like the weird shit that could possibly happen, like the weird like anomaly shit. You know what I mean? Like bird flying the engine and shit like that happens. You know what I mean? I don't know. Shit you see in the movies. You know what I mean?
Risk with everything though. That can happen to you. Bird flying to your car.
Literally.
Flying to your windshield. You don't see.
Literally.
You go off a bridge.
You hit Bambi. You dead. Yeah.
All that type of stuff. My grandma, she's one of those people that's like super extreme with it. So her whole entire life, she's 72 now. I think. She's like, I'm never gonna fly. She's never been on the plane. And I'm never leaving the country. I'm never doing any of this stuff. So lately, the past couple of years, she's been like opening up to it. Like, okay, I'm down. Let's go to the Bahamas or let's go to Jamaica. So we're trying to like get that together. I asked her the other day or last time I was in Alabama. I'm like, Granny, we gonna go to Jamaica? What's up? She's like, that's too much water. I ain't flying over all that water. I like, you gonna get on the plane? She's like, I would, but I don't want to fly over all that water. I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's water or land.
Yeah, you still.
If it go down, it go down.
Go down.
That's it.
Right.
Like,
right.
So it just really made me laugh talking to her about that, man. But flying's dope, bro. Especially
if, to me, I ain't no expert, but chances of if the plane were to go down in some water would probably be a lot better than surviving.
I think so. I'm pretty sure. Also, like once you start flying, you just realize how much better it is than driving. I've driven to Florida, I think 5 times.
I did once. I said never again.
It's a 20-hour drive minimum, especially when you go to the good parts of Florida. Like it's.
I would never do that again.
Bro, it's horrible. Especially if you're one of the people who has to drive. Awful. If you can sleep the whole ride, you can take some NyQuil, PM, whatever, knock yourself out. Great. But if you gotta drive. Oh hell no, bro.
That's just for the birds.
The flight to Florida was 2 hours. I blinked and we just said, "This is amazing." Oh shit, this is awesome.
That's a movie.
Amazing, bro. But yeah, man, good time.
What's up, man?
I didn't mean to go on that long about Florida, but it was good.
That's 30 minutes of our time.
That was 30 minutes.
Big deal. You know.
Oh shit. Hey man, we'll get to the
You had to catch
nitty-gritty.
people up.
We had to catch y'all up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Let's get to nitty gritty. Where you want to go?
Well,
let's get to it.
Hate to be dark, but you know
what?
There's another police incident that happened over the past week or so.
Shit, fucking few of them, I think.
Yeah.
I heard about there's one in Chicago.
Yep.
That kid, like the 13-year-old kid. I think his name was Adam Toledo. R.I.P. man. Holy shit.
There's the Dante Wright one.
Dante Wright. That's the one that's like really, I don't want to say popping, but like at the top of everybody's like attention. So,
what are your thoughts on that?
Thoughts on the Dante Wright one? Dante Wright. I said that correct.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. My thoughts personally, man. When stuff like this happens, I like to, well, just in general, I like to read comments on stuff just because I find some people can't really separate, like, read that shit without letting it get to them. Yeah. I just find it funny just to see like the differences in people's opinions, how ignorant some people can be, and it's amazing how ignorant some people can be. I don't know everything. I absolutely do not, but some people can be incredibly fucking ignorant. So yeah, I was looking at comments today about like they put out an article about what happened, and there are people just, oh, you know, he had a warrant. He escalated the situation. He should have just complied with what they were saying. He caused the chaos, and then the cops shouldn't be responsible for this. I'm just like, man, all that other stuff, even if it is true, like even if everything they are saying is true, why did the dude have to die?
At the end of the day, somebody lost their life.
Yeah, so like it just like the fact that you, and we've said this before, so I mean multiple times at this point, but just the fact that you're trying to combat that. Like you're trying to, this dude died. Well, but like, you know what I'm saying? Just it's very weird, man. I saw one comment, it was good. It was gosh, what did they say? Oh, it was the one I was saying, man, like, oh, he initiated the chaos that led to his death. The cops shouldn't be held responsible. The cops should spend no time in jail. If I punch you right now, I don't feel like this is always like my example in some way. But if I punch you right now and then you kill me for punching you, are you going to tell the police, well, he punched me first? Well, yeah, sir, but you killed him.
Yeah, that's the one glaring thing.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah,
we'll talk to him after. But you killed him. Like,
right.
So what is...
Yeah.
Even if he didn't comply, like, and I'm not sure how he didn't. Cause I think he got pulled over for his like license plate or something. They supposedly didn't see it, and he actually had it on his car.
Yeah.
No, that's the. I think that's the military guy who got pepper sprayed.
And I think it was something with him hanging something from his
mirror. Yeah, it's like supposedly he had an air freshener.
Yeah, something
illegal,
like that.
Which is dumb. Why they make mirror air fresheners? Like
I don't know, sense. But regardless, though, it's
crazy. Yeah, man. Just like you're just throwing these like stupid ass like statements out there. It's crazy, and people are so absolute on what they're saying. This is it right here. Like this is what it should be. Like, I'm just like, man, like just really stop and think.
Right.
Regardless of race, that shit don't matter.
Somebody lost their life, And at the end of the day, over what?
Over what? And then like the excuse behind, like, oh, I accidentally grabbed my taser. I'm not saying mistakes can't happen.
Did you see the video?
No, I didn't. I did not see the video.
No, I did.
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go. You go.
But you mentioned the video or the taser part. In the video, they pulled him over. He's outside the car. Then he tries to do what he does. But at the point where he gets in the car and they're trying to restrain him, the officer grabs the gun. It wasn't like grabs the gun, boom. All right, she says, I'm about to tase. She grabs it. It's like a moment where she's like, I'm about to tase. She should realize that's obviously not the taser.
Right. Absolutely.
It wasn't like, okay, she grabbed it, then try to tase him.
Like knee jerk.
No, she was trying to get everybody out the way. I'm about to tase. Watch out. Then she goes, pow. He pulls off, and she goes, oh, my God, I just shot him. Jeez. But it wasn't like a bang, bang thing where you could say I accidentally pulled the gun out. I thought it was a taser. No, like you should have realized. Again, I'm not no cop, but seeing that, you should have realized yellow taser, black gun. Gun's probably a lot heavier than a taser.
And I think she's like a 26-year veteran on the police force.
You should know the difference.
Come on, man. Like I wouldn't even feel comfortable like
you should know
putting that out there.
That's what I'm saying.
And
for the police chief to even go to bat and say that,
crazy.
That's wild to me.
Crazy.
Like,
makes no sense.
You have to watch it. I know I'm uncomfortable watching this stuff. You get, desensitized to it. But just to really put it in perspective about how could you make that mistake?
Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy, man. And like I said, I'm not saying mistakes can't happen. I've said in the past before, I can honestly see how somebody would accidentally shoot a person. Yeah. It literally happens all the time. Yeah. All the time. Not just with cops, just with people in general. You react to shit. Like, it's just, oh shit, I had a muscle spasm. My finger twitched. I shot this person by mistake. I get that, but just if that's what happened, let it be that. Like, man, I accidentally shot him. Right. Okay, boom. How can you find it within yourself to? Here's my excuse. I thought it was a tase.
Because she was consciously saying I'm about to tase before she even pulled anything out. So you should know, okay, my taser's wherever your strong hand is at. Right. It's over here. I'm about to tase. Okay, let me go here with it.
No, your taser's on your weekend.
I said, I don't know.
No, I didn't know that. I just found that out. Okay, so it's supposedly on your weekend.
Okay, so I'm about to tase. Yeah. You should know, okay, 26-year vet. Mm-hmm. You can't just make that mistake. Right. Because let alone, okay, you grabbed the wrong thing. It's not like you shoot it right away. Like I said, watch the video, get the perspective on what I'm getting at, then that'll blow your mind even further. Yeah. But to your point of everybody saying, oh, why didn't he just comply and all this other stuff, and the reason why we're so mad, well, everybody's up in arms about it, was because January 6th, we saw a whole bunch of angry white folks storm the Capitol building of all places. Mm-hmm. None of them were complying. Crazy. But yet we don't see dead bodies in the street. Crazy as fuck. Yeah, here we are. Mm-hmm. This poor young man. You want to say, okay, why didn't he comply? He did this, he did that.
Did he?
If he would have just complied, he would still be living.
So was he resisting arrest, like in the video? Because I didn't see the video.
He was trying to be honest, yes. But to the point where, was anybody's life in danger? He was just trying to get away. He was trying to flee the scene. It wasn't like he was, combative or anything. He was just trying to flee the scene.
Yeah, exactly. So, that just goes to further the point. Even if someone is trying to run away, why shoot him?
Why is that your first thought?
Yeah, and why is that? And I won't even say she did it on purpose. If she says it was an accident, okay, let's take her at her word. Like let's try to be even on both sides, even though other people can't for some reason. Right. But still, consequences.
Just admit that you were wrong.
Yeah, just admit you're wrong. Like that's it. That should be boom. But she did get charged already.
I think it was second degree.
I think third degree. Third degree manslaughter. Okay. So,
you know what that means.
Yeah. But it's incredible to me, how quickly that she got charged, which is good. Mm-hmm. The George Floyd case, that dude, his trial is just now happening. Right. I think it's still going on.
It is.
So I'm like, what? It took a year. I feel like that was more cut and dry than the Dante Wright. Yeah. Than the Dante Wright cases.
It's crazy.
It makes no sense. Because I didn't even think about that today. I'm like, damn, that's going
Why
on
is this
now.
dragging on? Yeah.
That's insane, bro. So, and then back to your point about people saying, like, well, why can't you just comply? The military vet, he was complying.
He was complying.
So hands up, like, it's pepper spraying the shit out of him. Both have tasers on them. Like, oh,
Not
shit.
a threat at all.
He's literally wearing a military uniform. Like, just, all right, cool. Like,
And to kind of backtrack again to all the people saying,
yeah.
respect the flag, let's do this. Like, these veterans, when they get back, for whatever reason,
Treated like shit.
get treated like shit.
Period.
We just saw, like I said, this black man in a uniform get treated like absolute dog shit
Period.
in front of the whole world to see.
People
By
should be
by another man
arms.
in the uniform.
Yeah.
And like you said, people should be up in arms. If they felt that adamant that everybody should stand for the flag and pledge their allegiance to it and whatnot, you should be up in arms about how this man was treated. But do you see that happen?
Hell no.
That's
Hell
so
no,
ass
man.
backwards here. It's a land of
It's
contradictory.
crazy. It's crazy. And it's just from that guy's point of view, like, you're a police officer. This is a military veteran. Like, you should be.
You'd be like, thank you, sir.
We're
sorry.
both in very dangerous
Right.
occupations.
So should be a level of understanding.
Yeah. Even if he's doing, because I think he got pulled over for his license plate. Just fucking talk to him. What
Talk
is
to
it?
him.
I didn't see what took place before that video, so we always have to
But I
keep that in
can't-
mind.
yeah,
But if it was that bad,
Right.
all y'all had were tasers on them. You know what I'm saying? And y'all still took your sweet ass time to actually pepper spray him when that happened.
And from the video that I've seen, this is Dominique talking, it's my opinion.
Yeah.
The reason why I know like they were wrong,
Uh-huh.
because initially the other cop had that energy at first.
Oh yeah.
But then as it progressed, he was
Yeah.
like, okay, like he
It's
kind of
kinda crazy.
He
He's
kind of
wilding.
violent. He
Yeah.
violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just kind of like was just looking at him. He was like, all right, like go ahead.
Yeah, he's hard one in it. He's like, come on. Man.
He wasn't saying nothing, but initially he had the energy. But as it progressed, he I don't want no parts of
But
it.
you see how
Yeah.
that, but we see how
That's
that
how you-
can go left because
Yeah.
George Floyd, like it was three or four of the cops
Right,
there.
right.
I would assume somebody
Would have
At
had
least
that wherewithal
one
to be
like,
like, yo, all right,
he might be tripping.
yeah, no,
I'm going to assume. Hopefully, that thought crossed one person's mind, but still, no one said anything,
no one,
and just my man ended up dying.
right.
So I'm glad that this situation didn't escalate to that point, but
Thank God it
still,
didn't.
man, like
He's forever gonna be
he's-
traumatized now.
he's
but-
the guy that got pepper sprayed.
Oh, yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I think he starts crying at one point. That's
Yeah.
horrible to watch. But the officer who was with him, the one who were saying like, "Oh, his heart didn't seem like he was really in it." He saw a dude was wild. Like, bro, speak up. Like, chill out.
So your silence is still you being complicit in what's going on.
Crazy, man. That shit's fucking wild, though. It
So how does it keep, during this time? It baffles me every time. Like, how does this keep happening?
and I think the Dante Wright thing took place in Minnesota as well.
Of all places?
I'm like, what's going on in Minnesota? Because I feel like there's another one. I forget my man's name. This is like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. He got shot. It was the guy. I think he had his whole family in the car with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so his wife's in the front, like 2 kids in the back, and they just shoot into the car.
Oh,
I forgot my man's name.
You know
I
about that
apologize, man. I cannot think of his name. But I'm pretty sure that was in Minnesota. It's like weird.
Really?
Shit keeps happening in Minnesota. I don't know why.
I don't know. Like you said, you would think a place like that with everything that's just been through the past year, like
Yeah.
it'd be just word to get out amongst the force. Like, all right, we just gotta be on our P's and Q's.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Everything that you encounter, make sure your T's are crossed, your I's about it, and like let's just be ideal. You know,
Doesn't seem-
cops.
Doesn't seem to be the case, man.
That's so.
Does
again,
not seem to be the case.
I think that cop, that lady, she was like in training. Like she was training somebody.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. Like
That's
I heard that. Like she was
Yeah.
training somebody. Like one of the officers that was there. Like she was training them. But yeah, that's the mistake that you make.
That's crazy. All right, don't do this. What I did. Don't do what I just did. It's crazy, bro.
Don't shoot anybody 101.
Let that be a lesson to you.
Don't do that.
Crazy, man.
That's crazy. But yeah, our condolences, man.
Oh,
At the
yeah,
end of the
for real,
day,
man.
another
That's
black
horrible.
life lost at the hands of law enforcement. It just, I don't want to say numb to it, but it's just,
Not even none to it, but it's just like, man, it's not so. Damn,
It's not
to it,
surprising.
but it's not surprising.
That's what I'm
when you see
saying,
it,
like-
man. It shout out to the cops who do their job the right way, though.
because they are all out there.
Yeah, I'd say the majority. We'd say the majority.
We got to be fair.
It's a small bunch. Got to be fair. But man, I just don't know. Like you said, being on your P's and Q's when it comes to shit. Like I feel like that should be cops like across the country.
You would think.
Everything's being recorded. Literally, everything's being recorded. It's so fucking nuts. And you see, on like a lighter note, still bad. Did you see the dude who he's like in a neighborhood and he's on like the sidewalk and the guy comes up the house and is like acting all Brody and stuff like that?
Yes.
I was like, man, like what is up with people? Like it's weird. Now again, this is another situation where you don't really see what takes place before the video starts, because I think it was them recording too, like the people who were like antagonizing the black dude.
Not doing yourself any favor.
And that's what went toward like that guy getting arrested. Right. So shout out to them for recording, I guess.
Stupid.
But like I said, don't know what happened beforehand, but just like why? Just
you could tell he was feeling himself. He got his wife there.
Oh, yeah, he's hyped up.
You know, he was hyped up. You know,
the only time I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really have a problem with it. The only thing he did, there's a moment where my man kind of takes a step towards his wife, and he like,
and I feel that,
and I feel that.
That's when
back up.
Yeah, but everything prior to that though,
everything prior to OC, like what are you doing?
He walking away and you're following him, antagonizing.
Yeah, you know, he's like, get out of here, you don't belong here, like that type of.
And to your point, we don't know what happened before then. You know, if you don't recognize somebody in your neighborhood, okay. But to that point,
great.
All right.
And it's like the way he's talking to, even if he didn't even mean it, and like on some racist shit, like you don't even belong. Like, all right, bro, watch what you're saying. You are on camera, bro.
Right.
But shit's wild, man.
Like I said, I think he was feeling himself.
Oh yeah,
you could tell. And like I said, I will say the only thing where I could feel him was when he do kind of step towards his wife. I could feel that.
Yeah, that's only because people got like he put his hand. I'm like, well, he did. You got to be fair.
You got to be fair.
But other than
everything else, though,
oh yeah, like what are you doing? Like just
he's already walking. Just let him be.
Yeah, let him be.
You could tell because never mind.
What?
The dude didn't want no smoke with him. I think he sized him up. I think if he
the black guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't blame him. He's fucking huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think, like, that, just let him go. Because at the time.
But also, on the flip side of that, like, how many times do you say you're going to fuck somebody up before you actually fuck somebody up? Because he kept saying,
get out of
here. I'm going to do something to you. You kind of got to do something to him now. Like, you keep saying, like a bitch. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. That shit is so funny to me, man. But so he's in custody now. I think he got charged with something as well. Like, I
don't know.
I think it's like petty assault or something like that. I forgot the actual term, but yeah, I think he did.
He's home.
Do you see how they like kind of marched on his street and like were all like out in front of it? I didn't like it because it's like a residential area.
Yeah, but
man, that's just what comes with that shit now.
It does. Man. It does.
I mean, you got to hold people accountable some way. So
there's just a lot going on between this that's still been going on for the past year and a half or so. Then the whole Asian hate thing, and
that's just crazy.
It's a lot, man.
People are weird. Like, I don't even know if all like the situations that we all just spoke about, if they were all automatically, if they're all like absolutely motivated by race. Mm-hmm. Like I don't like to personally just always like, yeah, this is about race, black, white, Mexican, or whatever. Like wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? If that was a white guy on the yard or on the sidewalk and he was doing that to him, I would still be like, bro, what's wrong with you?
It's a matter of proximity. You know what I mean? If it's an issue with I don't know. It's just like you said, if it's a white guy if that situation between two white guys, you wouldn't hear nothing about it.
Yeah, that's also true. But I would still say like he's wrong for like being that way towards the dude. Like, man, you could just be walking. Who knows? Right. If Dante Wright was a white guy, like still we'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. That's wrong. It's messed up. You should know your taser from your gun, like you're 26-year police veteran. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe I should.
This is what you should do with any situation if you don't know the facts, and if you weren't there, you can't thoroughly comment on everything. But in some cases where there's obviously video footage, to your point, like you said, everything's being filmed. Then but like you said, situations like that, nonetheless, it never get easier to hear about.
No.
Like you said, you always want to give them the benefit of the doubt, not always pinning on racism. I commend that, honestly, because a lot of people do just want to. If some situations, I'm not going to say the ones that just happened, but very well may not have been no bitter racism involved at all. Just an issue with a black man, a white man, or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But optically, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's what it's going to go to. Man, this is wild, bro. So Derek Chauvins, that's his name, right?
Siobhan?
Whatever, fuck him.
Yeah, regardless.
But so he still hasn't actually been charged with anything yet.
No, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know where I read it, but there was some person who's like in that world of like politics, law, like really knows their shit. They said like don't be like brace yourself for like him possibly getting off.
I thought about that. I didn't actually like read what you read, but like I was always in the back of my mind like he might get off.
That would be nuts.
In my mind too as well. On the flip side of that, I just hope that there's some like mindset of like, okay, if we do let this dude get off,
oh, she's gonna break loose.
So we might just want to just, you know, feed him to the wolves, so to speak. You know what I mean? And so like I hope like somebody like has like, if anything, if all else fails, have that wherewithal to be like, okay, just.
And I would assume so.
You would think.
I'd assume
just
so,
to keep the sanctity of what you have left. And to keep things from like just further like just rippling apart at the seams. You would think, like you said, somebody be like, all right, he just gonna have to
go. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Take one.
Regardless of anything, he's just gonna have to.
Shit, we'll see.
For your neighbors, you're gonna have to take this L, brother.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Because I really like if he gets off, it's gonna be.
Can't fathom.
I really don't want to fathom.
Straight up.
I can't and I don't.
Straight up, man.
That's gonna be a dark day.
Jeez.
Well, I guess that kind of ties into the
what?
What's that show? Them, those,
Venom,
them.
Oh, them. Yeah, them.
On Amazon.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it yet, but it's like the latest like Get Out.
Yeah.
Type of show. You watched it?
I watched. I'm like halfway through it.
What are your thoughts?
I like the show.
For those not familiar, tell them like what's more about, because like I said, I just gave them a brief.
So pretty much the show follows a black family in the 1950s. They're moving from, I think, North Carolina to California. The neighborhood that they just happened to be moving to is Compton. So I didn't know this, but it makes sense. At that time, I guess Compton was like an all white, super nice,
like the Beverly Hills.
Yeah, little neighborhood. I'm like, oh shit, they're going to Compton. Where Kendrick at? Where K-Dot? But it's not that. So at that time, it's that event of like African American families kind of migrating from the South and going other places throughout the country. It's referred to, I guess, as the Great Migration or whatever. But like, literally immediately, they're plotting, how can we get this family out of here? Like immediately, and it just follows their they're just different interactions with their white neighbors, the situation that they're in with their like, because they buy a house, and it's a nice looking house, but the situation they get into that kind of leads to redlining is what I took from it. I think that's correct, and just how like deep kind of this conspiracy shit goes against black people. Man, it's pretty fucked up. Like one of the last episodes I watched, they literally there's a group of people in like the housing authority or whatever, and they're just mapping it out. Like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna move, try and get this neighborhood to get XYZ blacks in there. This is gonna drive down the properties. The white people are gonna move out. We're gonna get more black people in there. We're gonna get them to pay double what they can afford.
That's crazy. That's sick.
If they default, we get a new family in there. If they pay the money, we win. It's a win-win for us. Either way, it's like it's sick shit, but it's like real.
That's real, yeah.
Like this is what it's written. This is what goes on.
Happens, yeah.
So it's crazy, man. It deals with trauma for sure. There's like kind of a supernatural aspect of it, but I'm not sure if it's really supernatural or if that's just like their trauma manifesting on the show. So I'm trying to find that out, but it's a good show, man. It's pretty good.
I have watched like the first 15 to 20 minutes of it.
What
I don't know. Like I don't know if I could watch it anymore.
What about it turned you off?
To your point, you just said trauma like this. I'm tired of seeing like just that. I understand it's like it's well documented, but I just feel like I've seen and digested too much of that. Like seeing like black trauma.
I feel it. I want some more Django's.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I love Django.
Yeah, like that shit.
Straight up.
Give me, like you said, the Django's, the T'Challa's. That's what I want to see. Like,
right.
Versus this. You know what I mean? For me personally, it's only so much I could take. That gets exhausting.
I dig. And that there's a lot of stuff I find interesting about the show, though, for real. Specifically with the parent, well, not even, I mean, the whole family, because mom, dad, and 2 daughters, but just everyone's interaction with white people and just seeing how, at that time, and still to this day, just how, and I've always felt this, like, especially like my adult life, even as a teenager, I've always felt, but just how they interact in it, where it's like they have to go out of their way to be like 2 times more polite than everybody else.
You have to do everything 2 times more as a black person.
You have to, there's not like a, they can't like lose their shit, even though like literally everything around them is asking them like, lose your shit.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead. Like everything's
it's built against you.
Everything's built against you. Everything's trying to get you to like go outside of yourself and like just prove to us you are what we think you are. Yeah. Everything. To like the dad being at work, he's brilliant, but like everyone's overlooking him. Everyone is treating him. There's like an office party. They're like, oh, there's an office party. You wouldn't be interested in that. Just like take the rest of the day off. Like just because they don't want him to come to the office party. The wife, everyone in the neighborhood just like always side eyeing her, like calling her like crazy fucking names. It's crazy.
Yeah, there's only so much of that shit I can take.
It's wild, man. There is a scene in the show I saw where like the dad, something happens, and 3 of the white male neighbors like approach him, kind of acting like they want some smoke, and he like goes out of his way to just still be polite. He knows what they're doing. They're trying to like fuck with him. Yeah. He's like, hey, can you guys just like get out of here? Like, please, like, you know, my kids are in the house. They're like, you know, come out here and fight. Calling them all types of names. Like, hey man, my kids are here. Can you guys just like drop it? And I think he's like fixing an antenna on the roof or something. They're like, you better come down here or I'm gonna come up. And then he just finally breaks. He's like, I'm telling you right now, if you come up here, you're gonna go down a lot faster. If I come down there, the same thing's gonna happen. It's gonna be slower though. Right. And I just start dying, man, because it's like you see them start to like cower because they initially they have like, oh, it's 3 of us, 1 of him type of shit, and then they start to like down. One dude backs out like, oh, I don't know, he's looking kind of crazy, and another dude's like, well, you know, he's like, man, they're strong, like you sure you want to? All right, and they're like, all right, you heard what we said, and they walk off, you know,
we'll be back type shit.
That type of shit, man. Didn't want nothing, man. So I was just like, it just shows the cowardice, and it showed like he literally tried like to avoid this whole whole conflict, and you're trying to just coax him into it, and then finally like, all right, like I'm down to give y'all what y'all want. What's up? All right, no, we don't want now. So, man,
still prevalent to this day.
Oh, for sure, man. Like, you know what I mean? Time like just fucking. I'll just be in the store and I'll see someone. We're at a restaurant, like someone's order might get messed up at a table next to mine, and like you might see somebody like fucking berating a waiter or waitress, or you're in Target, someone's snapping on the fucking cashier, like they didn't do anything.
Just doing their job.
Like what the fuck? I'm not gonna do no shit like that.
Right.
There's not saying all black people won't. Yeah, black people go ham at stores too.
They do.
Everyone
does it. Everyone does it. We've seen it.
All races.
We've seen it.
I'm just like, I'm never gonna do some shit like that.
Right.
Just, hey man, 1, it's not that deep, and then 2, just this person can't talk. This employee can't talk to me. That
stops out 1. It's never that deep.
Never, bro. Never ever. And the thing that like bugs me the most about it is this employee can't talk that way to me. And if they do,
you catch the right one on the right day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't need a job. You think I need a job? I don't need a job. Yes, for sure. There's some of those out there, and I don't blame them. Everybody has their like
has their day,
their last fuck to give. And they're like, you just got it. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, this person can't talk back to you that way, and if they do, all right, I want to speak to your manager now. Like, what you just called me all out of my name. Like, what I got? Why can't it be both ways?
Ass backwards.
Crazy, bro. But I don't know, man. That shit it's real, man.
I may try to give you.
I do get what you're saying because I see some of the shit in there. I'm like, damn, I hate this. There's one scene in there that really fucked me up, and I don't really get affected by movies like that or any type of TV show or whatever. But there is one scene in there where I was like, man, like they gotta kill these motherfuckers. Like they gotta. Do you want me to spoil it for you?
All right, nah, because some people out here might.
All right, yeah. But there's a scene in there. You're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about when you see it. But I was like, they gotta. Slaughter. They gotta go. They gotta go.
I might check it out. What episode is it?
I think it's like
how far?
4 or 5. You'll know exactly what it is as soon as you see it. You'll know what it is probably the first episode if you just like keep watching.
Okay.
They kind of show it and then they don't pay it off until later. Like you don't see what actually happened until later.
Okay.
So, but you'll put 2 and 2 together. You'll know.
Okay.
But Yeah, man, interesting show. Informative, especially if you didn't know like about some of that stuff, like redlining and stuff like the Great Migration, how black people ended up like dispersed the way they did, coming from the South and
The
all over
real,
the country.
I'm not gonna say the real shit, but like if there's anything that black people should get reparations for, it's shit like that.
Oh, that's ridiculous, man. Like systemically holding you down,
That's
putting you in a bad position.
that's
for
the real
generations
fight.
to come.
If you're trying to
It's
get
crazy.
reparations, that's the real fight that people should like
sure.
go after. Because that's obviously, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. That's the real shit that was implemented and actually did hold generations of black folk back.
Crazy, man. I think in the movie, there's a part where one of the white neighbors asks, well, how does a black family afford a $11,000 home in Compton? And granted, this is 1953, but they're looking at that like, that's cheese, bro. How you got
That's a
that?
decent chunk of change.
You know what I'm saying? So just imagine, like, through whatever means, like, put against them, they lose that house. They default on it. That's just money lost right there. That's equity. They could have paid that house off and just had it in their family.
For years.
And just think about how much that house would be worth today.
Now, yep.
In even if it is in Compton, with the way Compton is right now, that's still going to be a $200,000, $300,000 house.
That's being modest.
For real, bro. Like, so I'm just,
Yeah.
like, just think about that shit. And just how many times that's happened all over, not just in California, but just all over the country. That shit's ill, man.
It's nasty. It's nasty.
Yeah. What else you got, bro? What you want?
I mean, all that kind of ties into the overarching thing of this other show called Exterminating All Brutes, but we'll watch that and then we'll come back and revisit that. It just basically goes into this just I don't want to be too frank, but just how like just
Crazy white people.
how crazy white people are and have been since like the beginning of time, and how like they literally just colonize and pillage everything they come into contact with. Like, for instance, like we all celebrate Columbus Day, but this dude found this place on mistake. Literally, like he just bumped into it. Oh shit! Like
Just took it over.
he was trying to find India, and he goes, "Okay, well,
This looks good to me.
they look like some Indians." So, but that name has stuck for like
It's crazy.
that's it.
Yeah.
And so, like, just shit like that makes you like.
What the fuck was that? I don't even know when America was founded.
I think it was in 14.
14?
I don't know.
back
Don't get me lying. It was way back then.
Yeah, okay. 500 plus years.
But it's the
ago.
fact that we celebrate this man.
Yeah. It's insane. And it's a national, is it national? It's a national holiday.
But back then, you just think, oh, it's a day off of school. Like, let's go.
Yeah. Straight up. But like, this is on the calendar. Columbus Day.
Oh my God, it still is.
It's well known what he did, like eradicating
Still
race.
is. And just not just here in America, but just everywhere. I think in Belgium, like I think it was like Leopold, King Leopold II, whatever. The whole Congo thing. Basically, he slaughtered like millions of people, amputated their hands because he had a monopoly on rubber, and so like I said, like millions of people were slaughtered, right?
Yeah.
And like I said, it was in Congo, but still to this day, there's a statue of this man hanging. You know, not hanging, but like just memorialized in the middle of in the middle of the city. But like here, like I said, he's responsible for literally generations of people, millions of people dead, gone, wiped out. Meanwhile, his nation got all these fancy monuments and stuff like that, and Congo is still what it is today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like just it explores everything from how America is finding how deeply rooted racism still is here today, and just how like just white man has been throughout the world and how deeply rooted it is in every country. It's mind blowing. It really makes you think, dog. Like this, there's really no escaping it. Honestly, it gives you that hopeless feeling like this. Like they got a grip on everything. They're so deeply rooted in everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. How far into it are you?
I think it's 4 episodes.
Watch all of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just watch it.
Is it 4 hours? Or like 30
I think so.
minute episode? Okay.
Like 45 to an hour.
Yeah, I'm starting tonight. Yeah. Good. Did you watch that Ray Robinson joint?
I didn't yet. Because I didn't get caught up on Snowfall.
Okay. Crazy shit, man. You got anything else?
Good on my end. Someone say RPDMX.
RP, yeah, man. We didn't talk about that. Let's get on that for a little bit before we get out of here.
Go ahead, brother.
Tell me. Well, first of all, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows at this point, but unfortunately, DMX passed
I was
away,
about to do the
man.
growl. I couldn't do it. I can't even do it. You gonna do it, Jesse? You gonna do it? Go
All
ahead.
right, man. But yeah, man, my man passed away, and that was sad. We got that news like I think we're at the airport getting ready to go to Florida, and that's when you find out DMX is in a vegetative state or whatever in the hospital. As soon as they start throwing around like the phrase like vegetative, I'm like, man,
You had that sense that
it's damn near a wrap, bro. Because I mean, if he does pull through, it's like he's probably gonna be that forever. But unfortunately, he didn't end up pulling through. Did they find out if it was absolutely drug overdose? That's what I was hearing thrown around.
I
heard some other conspiracies.
I heard that. I heard some of those conspiracies. I'm not even gonna get into that. But
Okay.
I heard that and heart attack. But I don't know if those were in like conjunction with each other. But those are two things I heard.
So that's
Nevertheless, it doesn't like.
it doesn't matter. No. I'm just saying it just sucks to see it. One, because like last time looking at him, I'm like, oh shit, he seems they got it going like in a good direction. Like he's cool. He's just did the verses with Snoop. I saw him on a few podcasts. He's on Drink Champs, man. Like giving some gems, giving some fire stories. Just to like, and he's not even like really not really, but not at all our generation. But that's just how deep his like impact goes. I can vividly remember being a kid, riding my mom's car, listening to the radio when people still did that. And just, what was on the radio? What song is it? Y'all go make me lose my mind, bro. Like just hearing that.
It was that or Get It On The Flow.
Get it on the floor.
Literally like.
I'm slipping. My favorite one. Oh, I'm slipping. Fuck. Like just hard. Fucking whatever games are being played. That shit's so hard, man. It's just timeless. Like timeless, bro. Like these are songs that made like 20 years ago. 20 plus years ago, maybe, but like still.
Somebody who at one point was like the like star.
Crazy, bro. There's a video going around. It looked like he's at fucking Woodstock. Like it was just a sea of people. I'm like, gosh, like holy shit, and he's just doing this shit like people eating off of it, man.
But like going through those records, bro, like it's always funny because like some of those like party records. I admire X for this. He always stayed true to him, like his content.
Crazy, bro.
Some of those party records, like you said, like Get It On The Floor, up in here, like he's talking like some crazy shit, you know. And he stayed true to that, and that's somebody who, for all his faults, ups and downs, he lived this truth like no matter what it was in front of everybody. And I just think that's something he never hid from anything. And although we saw him struggle at times, like I said, he never hid from it, and that was something. We see, like I said, we see all the ebbs and flows. We saw him at his highs, we saw him at his lows, but he was always somebody who, like, no matter what he was going through, he was preaching, like, yeah, if he was down, I may be down right now, but I know he got me. I'm going to keep holding on to my faith. Yeah. You know, I'm going to keep preaching his word through my struggle. So if somebody else is, like, seeing me going through this and seeing how strong I am with my faith, you know, I'm going to make it out on the other side or whatever the case may be, he stayed true to that and he still spoke that, which... To be real, sometimes you lose sight of that. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep faith during some down times, or you may question some things. But from what I've seen, he's always so steady in that, and that's why I always like admired that man from afar. Because, like I said, just to live your truth in front of millions of people, and they want to talk about this about you, and
everybody got an opinion.
Everybody got an opinion, but he never hid from anything. Again, I keep saying that, but that's something that really stuck out to me, and that I will always remember from. And I guess there is a silver lining in it. He's probably like happier now wherever he's at, than he was here. Because he was vocal about that and how many times a couple of tracks you hear about him talking about his grandma and say, "Oh, why you take her? You should have took me," and so on and so forth. He was always vocal in, "I may be happier in the afterlife than I am here." So in the sense, he good. You know, he's got to. If there's a silver lining, I guess that's it.
My one memory, well, not one memory, but just one thing that I will always remember him for. It's so crazy now looking back on it because I haven't played football in damn near 10 years. But just thinking back to like high school football, being in the locker room for a fucking Friday night game, getting turned up, and like just the chant, "Hot dogs don't stop," just doing that, like just getting fucking hyped up, like out of my mind. And it's, man.
R.I.P. to the dog.
R.I.P., man. I remember that was Devontae that did that. Shout out to D. Fire chant, man. I'll never forget that shit. But, yeah, R.I.P., man. Legend. He's so young. I think he was 50.
50.
Young as fuck, man. So fucking young. Who knows what he's about to do for real, man. Crazy.
But, like I said, man, when I got that news, it was tough, but, you know, all things considered, I just think that's God's plan.
Yeah.
We wanted to call Soldier home, you know?
Yeah, got to, man.
Man.
Some shit.
Got anything else, man? I don't don't know if you want to end on a down note. Is it a down note?
Nah, it's not a down note, man. It's a fucking legend.
Rest in peace to the legend.
Speaking of legends, you ever seen Purple Rain?
The movie? Like what?
Purple Rain, the movie.
I don't think I have it. It's about Prince?
Yeah, you never seen that?
No.
You never heard of
really
that?
don't. I honestly haven't.
Bruh.
I don't know if Prince had a movie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
So I'd never seen it until like 2 nights ago. And when we were in Florida, we were talking about Prince and stuff like that. We played some Prince. Because you just make me think of when we're talking about legends and stuff like that. This nigga Prince was the fucking man.
That's been like the growing theme, like since he's passed. Like he's maybe the GOAT.
Bro, he was amazing. His songs that I know are all from Purple Rain, like the album, all but like one. But they're all like fucking bangers. But just seeing him in this movie, it's also kind of funny just seeing his persona because like you have to think, or at least from like how I
He's
think
playing himself in this movie.
He's playing himself. He's not playing Prince. No one ever calls him Prince.
Oh, okay.
But he is Prince in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's like he's kind of like on the come up, like trying to break through. Yeah. He's performing at this club like every night. Yeah. He's trying to like find like the one sound that's gonna get him there. You know, Morris Day in the Times, don't you? Fuck. Never mind. But he's somebody that was popular around that time as well. But they're both in the movie. But it's just so funny to see the persona in Prince because I'm like, you've ever seen like videos of Prince or like see like how he acted back then, like he was like or doing Chappelle doing like the impersonation of him being like all like mysterious and kind of weird, honestly.
Yeah, the mystique.
But like I would assume like it was all like a show. And I don't think he actually was like that, but he just behind the scenes like laughed. Like people probably really think I'm like this. I don't know, maybe wrong. But just seeing him do that shit like in the movie, like Prince, who already plays Prince, playing Prince in the movie. Like, so it was really hilarious. But man,
I'm about to check that out.
Bro,
I never knew he had one.
It was back in like '85.
Oh shit! Okay.
But still, I enjoyed the movie, man. It's funny. His fucking stage presence, like he was like a beast, bro. He could fucking sing. I'm gonna take MJ just because like going back to Jackson 5 age to like till you die.
If they're doing a versus, you taking MJ?
I'm gonna take MJ, but it might be some Prince shit I don't know about because Prince got some shit, bro. Like Prince got some shit, man. But he was fucking beast, man. Fucking guitar, piano.
No, he did. He's like a musician.
Ill, man. And that's just fucking dancing on the stage, trying to help with the fuck. He was like Bobby Brown before Bobby Brown was out, bro. He was going fucking nuts on the stage. It was insane.
I'm about to check that movie out because I honestly didn't know he had.
You know, Prince was 5'3".
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Like he wore the pumps, the super.
Bro, that's insane.
Thick heels,
but with just Mac and shit. It was crazy. Like, he was man, like women.
You confident, bro?
It's crazy. That's real. Oh, confidence is everything. Confidence is everything.
I'm just saying.
And he just like knew it though. It's crazy. Like he just knew like I'm gonna be the shit.
At that point, like what can anybody really say?
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, you should expect that. You got
when
that.
you reach a certain level, like
no, he can't say shit. Bro, he's fucking man. Gets the girl in the movie. I don't know how because he's kind of an asshole. His dad was an asshole. His dad was abusive to his mom. But that's all I got, man. You got anything else?
I did have a question, man.
Go ahead.
Since you said what MJ over Prince,
yeah,
in the verses,
yeah,
and I know he did what he did.
Mm-hmm.
MJ versus Kells. So I think that's the one that will really be.
MJ versus Kells. That's a toughie. I'm gonna still give it to MJ because of the Jackson 5 shit. But I'm gonna go look at that tonight because I never thought about that.
I take into account that Kells wrote for like half the industry though.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have to go check that out. I'm gonna look at that tonight. That's a good.
Cause I thought about that when we talked about Usher and Chris Brown a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think you said something about somebody didn't want no smoke with anybody, but I'm like, I think there's one person like if he went, if he was still out and he wasn't the creep that he is, that nobody want no parts of, and I think it's Kells. But we gonna come back to that another day.
Could you imagine like him being there, like how he would be? Just in the verses, like just performing,
just nasty. Oh man, that'd be the nastiest shit ever.
Rest in jail.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Let's end it on that.
Damn near sad.
What?
I ain't gonna say what he. Never mind.
He's in jail. What? That's not sad.
Talent wasted. That's what I'm getting at.
Oh no, his catalog's still out there.
You still play it?
What? All right. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Here to Speak podcast out. Thank you for listening.